Alrighty, just getting some links sorted. Hopefully anyone who started watching has got through the pre-rolls, and I'll be with you all in a sec. Hey Kiara, caught in an advert. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, long story short, I basically disabled the ad breaks, which unfortunately means pre-rolls are back, but I think they're the lesser of two evils now. I don't really get well, I'm literally not getting any money from advertising revenue. Like, just a few pence if anything. And overall, pre-rolls are a lot less disruptive to everyone. Do you want to shout out? And yep, I'm good. Making frustratingly slow progress finding an apartment, but yeah, I've managed to get viewings for a few places. The housing market's basically at a point here where pretty much everything's getting snapped up right away, so yeah, hopefully I'll be able to find a place and give my current landlord notice by June. But hey, some days you just get to stream Fallout New Vegas, and that's pretty cool. And as the title of the stream says, I'm actually very excited that the Paper Mario 2 remake, which by the way I have managed to secure a copy of. I mean, I've been charged for it, so hopefully I've secured a copy of it. That'll arrive tomorrow. And yes, I know pre-ordering's bad consumer practice, but you know, it's a Nintendo game, so it's not going to come down in price anyway. And I know it's a game I'm going to like, so I have no reason not to. Oh, hey Nolis. Be very quiet. I'm hunting down desk fans. I can't do the Elmer Fudd voice. You caved and downloaded Fallout 4 again. Oh, okay. That's why you're hunting down desk fans. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of what Fallout 4 really did to the crafting system. Like, I kind of like it in New Vegas and Fallout 3, but it's basically taken over the entire thing. Especially with, you know, crafting settlements and stuff. Anyway, just gonna fire off the last few Discord links and I'll be with everyone. Okay. I hope everyone's sitting comfortably. Make sure you check your posture and have a nice stretch. Unless, of course, you're about to move about quite a bit anyway and you're just, listening on your headphones while you're in another room. Which is, a way a lot of people I know sort of watch or listen to streams. Which is fair enough. People tell me I have a soothing voice and I can't be anything but flattered by that. But yep, let's switch on the webcam. Hey everyone. Yep, obviously I've got work first thing tomorrow, so no makeup sadly. Can't look like a tiefling. Sad times. I'm working on my Karlak wig. While I sort of wait to... Well, it's just phone calls, so I can sort of stitch up a wig. Like, I've literally been looking at the 2 wigs I'm splicing together for days, feeling very stressed out over where to cut. I mean, I did ask the place where I get my wigs from if the 2 wigs are actually sort of... Oh, if everyone just lets me know if we have sound and video, by the way. Yeah. If the 2 wigs I've got are safe to splice together, and apparently the answer is yes. I just need to make sure the shorter wig overlaps a bit if it's not quite perfect. No less, you could probably be getting as much or more out of 7 Days to Die, come to think of it. I'm not familiar. Oh, and another thing I've done is I've basically got a cast of my hand sort of curing in my kitchen, and what I'm hoping is I can basically take those plaster casts and put them in some tights and stitch that up, and that'll be a lot better than having the tights over my hands and slowly stitching them, if only because I've got both hands to work with. Okay, no one's saying anything about the 7 Days to Die is kind of Minecraft but with realistic graphics and hardly into the zombie apocalypse aspect. I didn't know Minecraft had a zombie apocalypse aspect, I'll be honest. You think it has guns, but they're not as easy to get. Again, I'm only just learning that Minecraft has guns. Anyway, yeah, we're friends with Veronica now. And I didn't have to give up EDE, which I'm not sure if that's a glitch or something, but I like EDE not too much to give him up, so. Oh yeah, I just want to check what the Scribe's perk does because it's been a while. Oh yeah, effects, radiation levels, helpfully low. Oh yeah, it's perks. Here we are, Scribe Assistant. While Veronica is companion, the player can craft workbench items through Veronica's dialogue, which is basically the same as having EDE. Oh yeah, EDE's of course got the Enhanced Sensors perk. While EDE as a companion, the player can detect enemies at an increased range. Additionally, enemies will appear on the player's compass and can be targeted in VATS even when cloaked, which is incredibly useful. Anywho, oh yeah, and also I've got the Mad Bomber perk, so I can make explosives.
What's up?
Oh yeah.
It's a free wasteland.
And of course it helps that she's
Let.
just incredibly snarky.
What's up? My favorite.
Oops. Oh yeah, are you well respected among the other members of the Brotherhood?
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
Okay, game and audio are present. You're pretty sure vanilla Minecraft is never going to have guns, but people can mod in what they want. And the closest thing you can make is a very complicated TNT cannon. Oh yeah, I know there's a lot of like, you can straight up make computers in Minecraft. Like, I suspect a lot of Gen Zs literally learnt how to program from messing about with redstone.
Step.
Okay, so let's just look. So everything labelled GRA, Gunrunner's Arsenal, is what gave me the perk. It comes from the perk because basically it's that perk that basically the Mad Bombers perk comes from the Gunrunner's Arsenal. So yeah, I can make these very cheap and very effective grenades. Oh yeah, science needs to be at 75 before I can make these auto-inject stim packs, which by the way will be super useful. Bottle cap mine. Ooh, I can make an efficient bottle cap mine. So I need to keep an eye out for cherry bombs, lunchbox, and the ever helpful sensor modules. Oh wait, I need to have my explosives higher anyway. Silly me. Oh yeah, all these cosmic knife things are basically weapons from the first DLC, so we'll get to those eventually. Fat mine, I'll need a mini nuke for that, and also higher explosives. Cluster of grenades, because why not? Nuclear grenade coming in from Fallout 3, I'll need some nuclear quartz for that. Satchel charge, which I could have made anyway. High yield time bomb, okay, I need an egg timer for that, and also higher explosives. Tin grenades, I need more stuff for that, but they're not as good as the grenades I can make, and so on and so forth.
See you around.
Well, anyways. Notice Minecraft can be used to make a level and stuff specifically for Minecraft actually made like a level and stuff specifically for schools to use because they noticed teachers were using it to teach stuff. Okay, that is pretty cool. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way, Pertinent Foyam. Hope I pronounced that correctly. I hope everything you're doing is currently pertinent. No less for that matter, you saw a video where a guy made a Magic the Gathering deck that can function as a computer, but only if it draws very specific cards in its opening hand and doesn't allow the opponent's deck to do anything. Like, well, yeah, that sort of makes... When you say a Magic the Gathering hand, do you mean in like one of the electronic versions of Magic the Gathering? So it's like an Excel sheet, but, you know, hacking Excel to do interesting things using the logic? Or do you mean like a physical Magic the Gathering hand? Cure your BRB errands to run. I hope they go well. Oh yeah, let's remind ourselves what the quests are. So, return to sender. Not particularly interested in being the NCR's errand girl. So yeah, I want to get to the strip before I do any DLC. So what have we got around here? Okay, we've got Boulder City, where I've just been. Repcon headquarters. You know what, let's have a look at Repcon headquarters. sure there'll be something interesting. Oh cool, I can sleep here. Notice, no, he and another Magic the Gathering YouTuber played it with paper cards and demonstrated how it can loop and iterate and whatever. Yeah.
That iBot looks like it's gone through hell.
I hate travelling
Hey
merchants.
Need anything?
Why have you got your gun out? I'm worried.
Sure. Here's what I've got.
Okay. Pulse grenades. Yeah, that could actually be quite useful. I've got a grenade rifle on me. Okay, upgrades for an anti-material rifle. Katana parts. But I don't use a katana. Laser pistol. I've already got a laser pistol, I don't really use it. Mini nukes. Plasma defender. I've already got one. I think I do anyway. Yep, that's what I've got. Cowboy hats. Parts for a Ripper. Stim pack. Focus for a laser rifle. Yeah, nothing I can really use here. Apart
Pleasure
from
doing business. Stay safe.
Okay. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Repcon HQ. Hey Enfys. Enfys, the YouTuber in question, was apparently Kyle Hill. It was very cool. Oh yeah, I got off track there. So yeah, basically the most basic sort of circuit in a computer is called a flip-flop, and it's basically a series of logic. Well, obviously there's the logics like and, or, so on and so forth. And the most basic thing you can build for sort of computer you can build from a set of logic gates, which will be built from transistors and stuff, is called a flip-flop, and that's basically a circuit that can store a single bit of data. So like, you can have it on or off and it will remember that electronically. If you can build one of those, you can build a computer with storage. You know what? I've got a lot of walking to do. Might as well just, are you friendly? Might as well just talk computer science.
Hello.
Oh hey, great Khans.
Fucking-
Okay, these are the guys I, Oh, hey there.
Hey.
I guess those are the guys I helped earlier. Anyway, where are we going? Repcom. So, the most basic sort of bit of logic is the AND, which is basically two signals. Well, if both criteria are met. So, with a logic gate, imagine you've got two or more inputs and an output. An AND input means both inputs are on, so the inputs goes on. If only one or neither input is going, no output. Keep in mind, computers obviously only work in bits, so it's either ones or zeros, on or off, that sort of thing. And that's simply because you know, they run on electricity, and electricity, while you can have analog computers that use like varying levels of resistance, in general you it's simpler just to have on or off. Then you have OR, slightly more complicated. One or the other can be on, You have XOR, which means one or the other has to be on. Oh, frick. Is that Caesar's Legion? Why are they running away from me? Get back here, you cowards.
You have defied Caesar for the last time. Your life ends now.
Cool. Catch this. Oh, sorry, Veronica. Oh, I died. Oh yeah, Veronica, is a melee attacker. I should really consider that.
Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? Fine. Yes! Finally! Everything is coming up for Veronica. Does jumping at them with my fists count as ranged? Fine.
Again, I love Veronica's dialogue.
Evening.
Notice they heard what I did to that dog. Oh no. Come on, we both know that Caesar's Legion are the biggest dog kickers in the entire setting. They will kick dogs and laugh about it.
Evening.
Oh hey, NCR
You won't
Trooper.
go quiet. The Legion can count on that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to rest. EDE, can I please leave? Pretty please. Why are you doing this to me, EDE?
Man, I love my guns.
Okay, I'm free. Okay, let's enable auto walk and get going. Yeah, nice little quality of life feature. If you hit the Q button, you just keep walking. And yes, maybe I threw a fusion grenade at a dog, but the dog was trying to eat me. And I think you would agree that's quite uncouth. Oh yeah, those great cons. Okay, so where are we? Another gas station? Okay, so I don't want to try and hit the Mason's robots, but Caesar's Legion were around here somewhere. Yeah, I see you now. Oh no, you're a great Khan. Oh there they are, the frickers. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to rethink my strategy. Okay, thank you for the quote, Emphis. Okay, let's try this again. Cool, it is not trapping me in there this time. So, next time we get towards the Repcon facility, I'll save. Don't worry, we'll get to the fireworks factory soon, kids. Yeah, so yeah, overall my plan is basically when we get to the strip, which is sort of where the next act begins, we'll start looking at some of the DLCs. Like, Lonesome Road is basically what you do just before you've completed everything, so we'll do that very last. I think what I'll do is I'll do all of the DLCs in order. So we'll start with Dead Money, which is famously not great, but yeah, basically puts you into a closed circle with completely different gameplay. But if I recall correctly, it has some neat characters, so it's all good. Right. I mean, I suppose to be fair, I could consider... Okay, level 10 Observer. I guess I'm back to neutral karma. Oh god, am I a centrist? Okay, Caesar's Legion approach from this direction, so... Yeah, there they are. Let's go.
Grenade!
That's a grenade, alright.
You got a finger gun I can borrow?
Oh, sorry, Veronica. Okay, Plasma Defender. What? Why am I in? Oh no. Okay, gotcha. That's why the melee guys do it down. Oh no, he's down. Okay, heal. Okay, stay calm. Nillis, your friend Matt said aren't grenades more of a special treat than an everyday thing, and Matt's number is no longer saved in my phone. Reference to a song probably no one's probably heard of, Chris Fleming's Boba Manifesto. Yeah, not familiar, I'm afraid. So I'm wondering, are Legion assassins just that tough, or... You know, thinking about it, maybe I should probably put some better armour on. I've not got any better armour. Edie, do you have my armour? Oh, that's where all my sensor modules went. Okay, note to self, get some armour. Because I keep getting eviscerated. Here he comes.
Grenade!
Surprise. Holy.
Brotherhood.
Okay. Stay calm. Staying calm did not help. Okay. Okay. I'm a reasonable woman. I'm open to using reason. Where are they? Okay, I see them.
Careful, someone could trip on that.
Get over here, Veronica. Veronica, get over here! Okay. Frag grenades. Okay, frag grenades do much better damage. Good to know. Okay, he's running right at me. I think that one went better. Let's do the mines. I think the mines work. Hey Blue, how's it going? I'm trying to not get ganked by Caesar's Legion.
Careful, someone could trip on that.
I'm counting on it. Guys.
For the Brotherhood!
Sorry, Veronica.
I'm gonna need some new wheels.
Some might call that overkill, but I call it just enough kill. Mr. Blue, just killing some brain cells playing Overwatch for some reason. Fair enough. Excited for the milestone tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. Oh yep, I'm very excited for that. Tomorrow on Nick's channel, we're going to be starting a adventure in the Nordmac D&D campaign. It's going to be a milestone, so it'll level up everyone involved. Stop moving, it makes you harder to hit. Okay, is that all of them? Okay. Could have sworn I picked up some fresh water. Oh, purified water, that was it. Oh yeah, I suppose I could give Veronica a better gun. Although, to be fair, I think she already has a pretty decent gun anyway, so... where were we? Oh yeah, we're finally at the fireworks factory. See, welcome to the Repcon factory. Okay, the Fiends are a gang, I believe. Something happened to them here. need to try and hack this terminal. Okay, Outraged only has one accurate. Okay, most of the men with a D. Okay, Intended has 4 out of 8. Now, Outrage was incorrect and only had one correct one. So it can't be something with an ED ending, because that would mean 2. Could be something that ends with an R. Okay. So it's something with an E. Second to the last, we can be safely conclude it's an E. Intended has 4 correct. So you've got T, E. Oh, that can't be it. Refunded. No, because yeah, nothing with an ED could be right. Detector. Okay, detector. So it must be Tor. No, wait. Okay, let's see if I can. Yeah, I know this isn't the most compelling gameplay, but hopefully this won't take long. So I've actually looked up this mechanic, and apparently you get more okay, dud removed. Could it be unveiled? No, it can't be. Could it be prisoner? Nope. Exterior? Nope. Okay, this could be a tense one. Notice you thought highlighting random strings of characters was a glitch. Oh no, it's basically like a sort of an Easter egg. I didn't actually know about it until Mr. Blue mentioned it in my first stream, but basically if you can find chunks of characters that are highlighted, you get stuff like refills and other useful goodies while doing the hacking minigame. But it looks like I found all of them, so... Looks like I'll have to do this the hard way. Okay, so detector and intended are both 4 out of 8. What have they got in common? Okay, they've got E as the 5th. So they've got T and E. But otherwise they're completely different. Okay, so interior. Nailed it. Oh, welcome back, Kiara. Oh, I'm looking for closed brackets. That makes more sense. Okay, disengage lock, please. Okay, those were like robot terminals and they're empty, so that's not great. Okay, let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, close brackets, I see it now. Oh, okay, that was a lucky guess. Hope your errands went well, Kiara. Add user facial data to database. Oh, yes please. Facial data added for first floor access. Inter-office correspondence, hash 345759. Hello again, everyone. For those of you in the main building, may be curious about the men doing all the work in your offices and hallways. They're installing some enhanced security measures. These measures are in place for your safety, as well as the safety and privacy of your Repcon family. Along with the hardware and software security changes, each of you will also receive a personal packet with an identification badge. It is very important that you wear your badge at all times. Again, this is for everyone's protection. Oh, and everyone feel free to take the long weekend as soon as you have received your personal packet. Have a great holiday, Piers. Okay, correspondence 345776. Hello everyone, my name is Carl Rook. As I'm sure you can tell, I'm your new Vice President. Until recently I was at Robocoat, working in their security division. But now that your family and my family are one big family, we thought it would be nice if they sent an older sibling over. Now I'm going to do as much as I can not to interfere with your daily operations here. My principal concern is going to be security. I hear that you've all been adapting well to some new security procedures. Well, we've got some new kids to join your little family here. You'll see some friendly androids patrolling around the main building, as long as everyone remembers to wear their badges at all times, and make sure they're properly registered with security. These friendly androids will stay out of your way, so as long as you all keep on as you have been, everything will be just fine. Thank you for your time, Carl. P.S. Please remember that the third floor access is for executives only. If you need assistance from me or Piers, feel free to give us a buzz on the phone and we'll send you down the daily password. Thanks. Interesting. Kiara, you went out with the boyfriend to the supermarket, and yeah, supermarket's the worst. Okay, that.
Hello. Please remember visiting hours are from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Please show your badge or make your way out of the building.
we need one of those badges, I guess. Okay, I need a lock of 50 to pick that door lock.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Guess I looked into that. Ooh, microfusion cells, don't mind if I do. What are microfusion cells doing on someone's desk? I suppose they're used for things other than guns, aren't they? Kiara, you didn't want to leave the house. Yeah, I know that feel.
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you. You have been warned. Please vacate the
Okay, guess I need to stay away. Yeah, I added a valid facial pattern. Locked terminal very hard. I need a science skill of 100 to get in there, so that's not happening. Okay, very easy terminal. I too am easy. Cost. Okay, so it's got a letter in common. Cape, maybe? Okay, Cape was right in the first guess. Okay, fine, notice I'll stop self-defaming. How's that self-defaming? Add user facial data to database. Inter-office correspondence 3457785. Hello. I would need someone to come over as soon as possible and clear the old Vice President's data off this terminal, as well as reformat it with my personal information. Thank you. Carl Rook. 3458631. Mr. Rook, for the last couple of weeks I have seen a higher than usual rate of encrypted messages leaving the facility here. These messages use an unusual encryption protocol that I haven't seen before. I'm fairly certain this isn't a DoD approved method. I fear that these messages may be a sign of someone sending insider information. Sarah Wang. 3458642. Mrs. Wang, please continue your investigation into the messages and keep me appraised on any progress you make. In the meantime, please keep this information private. I'll make sure the appropriate parties are informed. And please, call me Carl. Carl. It was totally Carl. Yes, no less easy. I succeeded by random guessing. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way, Woven Drift. I missed that. Okay, 3458642. Mrs. Wang, please continue your investigation into the messages. Okay, wait, that was the last one I read. 3458648. Carl, I've made some progress decrypting the packets. From what I can tell, someone is sending progress messages to a secure offsite server somewhere. Were I to venture to guess, I would say that the messages are going to Poseidon. But I don't have enough proof to make a serious claim. Sarah. Interesting.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Okay, don't sneak up on me like that. You think I was an intruder or something? Stim pack. It's in the tool cabinet. A knife. Disappointing.
Of course, of course. Don't let me keep you.
I'll take the lunchbox so I can make more cat bombs. Okay, shotgun shells. That's a little worrying. Blue Fallout was not 4 was not the best Fallout game, but it did have some nice quality of life features like quick looting containers. Thankfully there was a mod to add that to New Vegas. What does quick looting do? Because I remember the take all option
Don't let me keep you.
has been around the entire time. Pickpocket maintenance robot. Oh, what the hey? You got anything good on you? No. Okay, so I guess I just need to look around and okay, my lockpicking skill is not hard enough to get in there. I need to find a key of some sort. Oh wait. What is my lockpicking skill? Maybe I could... Nope, only 35. Okay, OBS is apparently disconnected and reconnecting. Am I still live? Okay, I'm apparently reconnected.
Valid facial pattern detected.
Okay, am I back yet? Oh nope, disconnected. Looks like Twitch is having a moment. Okay, and it says I'm connected again. Am I back? We back? Can you all see me? It says I'm live. It says OBS is connected. Okay, we're back. Okay, sorry about that. I have no idea what happened. I think it might have been on Twitch's end, but I'm not entirely certain. OBS just suddenly lost its connection. My internet connection seems fine. Okay, let's continue then. So yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but I'm up against some locked doors, so I need to find a key. Hey there, Bethesda Skeleton. How's it going? Right. Oh, the snare drum's in the background music. Okay, yep. I think we're all back up and running. Okay, bunch of empty soda bottles, a fridge. Bottle cap, lunchbox. Grilled mantis? Okay, well people...
Valid facial pattern detected.
I wish they wouldn't keep doing that.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a
What?
dress?
Why's Veronica got 3 sporks in her inventory? Okay. All these atomic cocktails. Alright, let me know if we lose the connection again, I guess. do, 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 do. So yeah, all I need to do is just find... Okay, hard lock door, can't get through there. Average lock door, can't get through there. Oh wait, I can just climb up here. Okay, so I don't think I have... Okay, easy lock door. I don't think I have 3rd level access, so... Okay, we've got the loos. Hello? Any funny dead skeleton guys in here? Very hard terminal. I'm not getting in there without a science skill of 100. Okay, let's not run into them.
Third floor access is for executives only. Please identify.
Okay, I need high luck. Sorry, just leaving.
Invalid response. You have...
Okay. Plan B. Alert that. Piers Isley's briefcase, pre-war money, and a security card. Well, that could have saved me a lot of bother. Oh wait, I've got stuff specifically for robots, don't I? Oh, I didn't mean to drop it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Okay, I just guessed the password by sheer chance. Unlock the safe. Regarding Roboco. Hello, Piers. Now that things have been set in motion, I'm going to be your liaison and point of contact with Roboco. I'll be handling anything that arises during your transition to the Roboco facility. My first priority is going to be tightening up your security. As you well know, Roboco handles many classified projects. Because of this, Repcon will need a large increase to security. I'll be sending over some engineers and security personnel to discreetly install some enhanced security procedures. Most of it will be pretty innocuous, however all employees will be required to wear their security badges at all times. Please have your people start wearing their badges well in advance of our partnership becoming official. I think it will make the transition easier. None of the security measures will hopefully be activated until I arrive on site. Hopefully by then everyone will be comfortable with the new rules. Thanks for your time, Carl Rook. Inter-office correspondence 345-7477. Steve, can you send an email out to your engineers reminding them of our security policies? I'll be sending a message next week about some increased security procedures. Thanks, Piers. Okay, I've unlocked the safe. Where's the safe? Okay, there's the safe. What have we got? Pistol, ammo, doctor's bag. Okay, all good stuff. yeah, so everyone, I'm sorry about the constant blaring klaxon. Oh, Brotherhood of Steel Paladin. Powered armor? You know what? Veronica.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Not quite, but... what was it called? Okay, I could have sworn I had powered arm in my inventory. Okay. Oh, it's under B. Where's the helmet? I'm sure I picked up the helmet. There it is. And Veronica's now wearing power armor. I think I remember the heads being really annoying to target for some reason. Okay. Somewhere I've got pulse grenades. Sorry, idiot. I don't think there's anything else around here. Oh yeah, Veronica.
What's up? See you. Yes! Finally! Everything is coming up.
Oh yeah, let's go the other way round. What is my current science skill again? Okay, 52. Oh yeah, there's the paladin I stripped all his clothes.
Valid facial pattern detected.
You know it. Okay. I got the security card to this office. What's in here? Lots and lots of filing cabinets, apparently. No, listen, is the alarm layering on itself now? No, I think it was the music layering over the alarm. Wow, something sure happened here. Oh, hello, what have we got here? The Q35 matter modulator.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Okay, and I guess that unlocks the other side. No idea why they've put drinks in the safe, but what's going on over there? Veronica, if you got stuck in the scenery. Well, our work here is done, I guess. powered rod, or... What's this? A dull rod. Not so, Rocketeers. This dull rod once powered Replicon's old nuclear-propelled rockets, and still contains harmless, asterisks, traces of radioactive material. As an exercise, stare closely at the rod, asterisks, and try to spot the telltale glow. Asterisks. While this case is lead-lined, standing in these cases, not specifically requested for this display, do not touch, look, or stand too close to this exhibit. Keep your legs moving and see the rest of the museum. Okay then. Fun for all the family. Radioactive waste. We've all heard stories that radiation is dangerous. Fact or fiction? Asterisks. A common sight in factories, military installations, and the basements of selected government-funded middle schools. These safety barrels, asterisks, are just what the name implies, safe. While their attractive colouring can be interpreted as a warning, for RepCon it is an invitation to a future filled with nuclear power. Asterisks. Rhetorical questions and nomenclature of exhibit items cannot be used as a basis of a criminal prosecution. Nuclear family. Why, look here. A pile of itty-bitty safety barrels all nestled together like a family sitting down to dinner. Now, while it's claimed even the safest nuclear waste disposal procedures seep poison into the environment that never ever goes away, in RepCon's case, we say it all depends on where you put them, and Nevada's just the place. Nomenclature for hazardous waste barrels as per RepCon glossary specs. Notice, Gmod noises intensify. Plasma what? Hold up, Rocketeers. What's this? This trio of cylinders isn't a trio of cylinders at all. The container's holding what some scientists call plasma. Can you say plasma? RepCon's always looking into the future, and in our future we don't have to worry about radiation, health risks, or lawsuits when using this new and improved fuel source to blast our rocket into and out of the sky. Clarification. Cylinders and plasma are factually correct designations of display items both by definition and by the scientific community. Oh, don't want to see you. Fine. Ready, set, launch. Force your parents a short drive south and you'll see the retractable dome of the RepCon's launch facility, not actual size. You may have heard wild stories about rocket flights and their impact on nearby towns and communities, but RepCon feels that you can't put a price on space exploration. After all, Rocketeers, you do want to go into space someday, don't you? Okay, Elon Musk. Statement is figurative and inadmissible as evidence in a court of law. Okay, Elon Musk. Green beam, officially called the Z43521P by silly engineers, we prefer to call this little scrapper by its true nickname of the green beam. After all, which would you prefer in your back garden? A smouldering Z43521P or a green bean? One sounds like it belongs if mentioned on the news, and make news it did. Featuring RepCon's plasma engine, it was so newsworthy that we decided to take the quantum matter modulation unit out and see if we could use it for non-explosive uses. Rocket nickname chosen after results of first trial landing. Okay, that's a dark backstory. Big Fat Fiery Fred. V29321G may look like a big fat red rocket, Rocketeers, but O1 Fatty here ran circles around the Earth not so long ago, so let's see you keep up. Sure, V29321G's re-entry gave it its more commonly known nickname, Big Fat Fiery Fred. You know, they wanted to put a different word at the end there. But here, at Repcon, we chose to focus on successes and reapply what we learned about explosive resistant shielding to future models and even our landing platforms. The newly reconstructed Repcon launch facility was a direct beneficiary of this discovery. Needle nose. This sleek and purple R7729-3A needle nose is what happens when you mix fossil and plasma in a rocket and shake it up. The fossil fuels punch this sharp-nosed terror through the sky, and the plasma is used to shoot it through space to planets, where Repcon can mine more fossil fuels, continuing this whole cycle again. Interplanetary mining resources rights still in negotiation. Well then. Rockets away. Just like the rocket you see here, we've aimed at the sky, but we've got a ceiling in the way. Sea Rocketeers, while Repcon was focused on non-radioactive propulsion engines, we still need to sneak back and use some of our older proven technologies with the nuclear-driven engines to make space travel a reality. Partnered with our new buddy Roboco, we've dug up older, cheaper technology for upcoming orbital projects. No worries, even if you can't always see what we're up to, there, we can see you. Any implication of radioactive materials as negative or is unintentional and in no way reflects Roboco or its subsidiary Repcon. You know, this is a great tool. Watch your step. Whoa, watch your step. You don't want to be facing into this fearsome fellow if you accidentally stumble into a restricted area. Whether sporting the latest in dual miniguns, rockets or laser cannons, the sentry bot not only takes its job seriously, it also takes no prisoners. It's proof of Roboco's commitment to defence that these deadly guards are concealed in chambers throughout this facility. So let this be a warning. Watch where you step or out will come Roboco, guns blazing. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at Roboco. The Eye and iBot. Roboco's always had an eye for robotics, and this little fellow is no different. This robotic marvel can only recognise your face and voice with advanced facial audio recognition technology. It can also broadcast video and audio as well. Think of it, all the sights and sounds of your radio and TV in your living room at home, blasted directly at you on the street, subway, bathroom, or wherever you may be. Never fear, you'll never miss a news bulletin or presidential address again, no matter where you are. Exhibit brought to you by your friends at Roboco. Okay, any thoughts, EDE? Guess not. The hand and handy. You can never have too many hands. 3, why not 4? That was Roboco's inspiration behind the popular and cost-effective Mr. Handy model. The first of the line shown here. Always a help around the household, whether with Mum in the kitchen using its titanium circular power saw, or in the garage with Dad using its armor-piercing laser array. Mr. Handy is not just helpful, he's your friend too. It's got wheels. Some folks have asked, why not a Protectron with Protectron with wheels? Roboco wasn't afraid to answer that question. The Protectobot is the answer. While safety standards preventing this freewheeling dynamo from entering mass market production despite Roboco's best intentions and teams of lawyers, we take consolation in letting you see this extremely well-funded experiment as it was intended. A robot moving so fast it looks like it's standing still. Okay. How do I get in there? I mean, except with a lockpick. Okay, apparently there's another door around there. Okay, so there's another door around there. Is that access from the outside? Lots of plates. Okay, that's a hard lock. Guess that was the gift shop. Pickpocket the maintenance robot. Not an option, apparently.
Welcome to Repcon headquarters, Rocketeer. Come all this way to see our little facility, have you? I'm here to answer any and all questions you may have, within specified parameters. And if you'd like, I can provide a tour of our museum.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Vamper. How's it going? What can you tell me about Repcon?
I can answer whatever questions you'd like, provided your query is limited to Repcon history, research and development, or Robco.
Repcon's history?
Repcon's illustrious history began way back in 2054, shortly after the famous Delta-11 rocket was completed and launched. Repcon's initial focus was on the development of fuel to be used in orbital propulsion, in response to the energy crisis of 2052. Sad times indeed. The company really took off when Robco purchased Repcon in late 2076 to develop unmanned rockets to explore the solar system.
Okay, that's enough about Repcon.
Very well. The tour showcases Repcon's amazing scientific contributions, and the promise of many more, coupled with its parent company, Robco.
Research and development.
As you may already know, Repcon is an industry leader in producing alternative fuels for military and scientific purposes. Repcon scientists were pioneers in fission-based propulsion systems, and have recently had some very exciting breakthroughs with plasma systems. The recent partnership with Robco has freed our engineers from mundane business matters, allowing them to focus solely on future projects.
Tell me about RoboCo.
Robco Industries purchased Repcon in 2075 to assist with some of Robco's military projects, as well as developing unmanned space exploration. The relationship between Robco and Repcon is mutually beneficial, and we hope that both companies bolster each other well into the next century.
Notice you always thought the war in Fallout was supposed to have happened in the 70s or something, explaining the aesthetic. Basically, it happened in like 2050 or something. But what happened was atomic power was actually discovered, so we got basically in the universe of Fallout, the Jetsons basically happened, but obviously because of the 50s mentality, it led to nuclear Armageddon. Hence the satire.
Very well.
I'd like a tour of the museum.
Excellent, excellent. Please be patient. The tour will begin in just a moment. Ready for the Repcon tour, Rocketeers? Courtesy of the fine folks at Robco, I'll be your guide today on the path of scientific discovery. How may I serve you,
Exactly.
mistress?
Post Jetsons. Okay, I wonder if he'll unlock the observatory at the end of this.
In the lead-lined case behind me is a spent radioactive rod from one of our old reactors. No need to stand too close. Let's move along, shall we?
Oh yeah, let's have a look at the gun I picked up. Very nice gun it is too.
Look here, a row of multicolored plasma fuels. Careful, they may look safe to drink, but your stomach is the last place they should be. Why the difference
possible.
in cylinder size? Refining our production methods has resulted in higher yields of fuel over time. That's why.
Yeah, that's right, Blue. The microtransistor was never discovered, but atomic power was. And there was a big resource war, oil was scarce, Alaska was invaded for oil. Yeah, there was a DLC about that in Fallout 3. Like, you got trapped in a simulation of the war, and you got like a fancy suit of powered armor for it. Like, I think one of the sort of important themes is obviously no one knows who dropped the bombs. And it doesn't really matter because everyone responded in kind, so not to be a centrist, but there's kind of no defense for launching a nuclear weapon and dooming
To our
humanity.
right, you can see a sample of some old safety barrels Repcon once used to store radioactive waste. Perfectly safe. On my left is an example of a mountain of Repcon safety barrels some legislators claim are poisoning our environment. Ridiculous.
What was trapped? Oh, cool. It's good to know. I haven't watched the Fallout show yet, but it's good to know that they kept that.
Behind me is our most recent rocket project, which we're keeping under our hats until launch, if you'll pardon the expression. And in front of me is a model, not actual size, of the launch dome we are using to send our rockets screaming into orbit.
Oh yeah, saw some ghouls go that way. Nice guys. Hey Veronica, you look kind of scary with that helmet on.
Now these colorful fellows behind me are Repcon's earliest experiments in flight. Feel free to read the plaques and learn, Rocketeers.
Okay, already read all those.
Now for the highlight of our tour. Due to a generous donation from Rodco, this next exhibit showcases the wondrous world of robots. Around you are the incredible iBot, the fearsome SentryBot, and the always helpful Mr. Handy. That helpfulness runs through our whole line.
I just can't get over how ridiculous this Yes, we're open.
This is the final stop on our tour. This model of our solar system is a small example of where the partnership between Rodco and Repcon hopes to go. See those little rockets zipping about? They are manned by robots, tirelessly looking for resources to mine on planets beyond our own. And that's
Right,
it for
just
our
like
tour
Signalis.
today, Rocketeers. Rodco and its tiny partner Repcon thank you. Any further questions? Please, feel free to ask.
Our rich solar system. A model of our solar system, not actual size. Beautiful, isn't it? Roboco, with its subsidiary Repcon, has often gazed into the night sky, seeing the rich pageant of stars and planets above us. Our goal? To send unmanned rockets to other systems, seeing their beauty firsthand while mining ever deeper into each planet's surface for precious resources needed here at home. This is our promise to mankind, extending our reach into a future where the number of Roboco and Repcon rockets match the stars in the sky. This exhibit brought to you by your friends at Roboco. Okay, we got anything in here? Jenny Millet's security keycard. I'm sure this could have been a lot more helpful. Could have been helpful. Blue, you love the ridiculous attention to detail on the Fallout show, including 3D printing files from the games to make sure accurate props. Oh yeah, I've been watching some of the Adam Savage videos on the props. Okay, will this unlock anything?
How may I serve you, mistress?
Oh, okay, it would have let me through here. Oh yeah, pencil. Okay, I think I've got everything. I've experienced everything this area has to offer. So, where next? Into the trading post. Vault 34. Where's Vault 24? Oh yeah, let's get rid of that marker because I don't need it anymore. Okay, Camp McCarran, Vault 34, the Gunrunners, Crimson Caravan Company, Three Sides North Gate, Northern Passage. Okay, I guess I could investigate. You know what? Yeah, let's head north then. Or do I want to investigate the other areas? Kind of curious to what's going on in Sloane. You know what? Let's go visit Sloane and Black Mountain. Going the right way? Yeah. Oh yeah, let's have a look around this farmhouse. Is this anything? Oh, it's a train station. That makes sense. Oh, hello. I mean, it's negotiable as cash, in a way. I mean, basically worthless, but it has its uses. Carton of cigarettes, it's worth money. Doctor's bag, that's good. Vision batteries, useful but heavy. Milk bottle, of no interest. Lunchbox. Okay. Well, that's worth looking inside anyway. Let's just follow these tracks to where they go. Something lies ahead. ants. Good job, Veronica. You've discovered the ant mounds. Oh, sucks to be these people. Enter the ant mound. Okay. Think I will. Exactly, Nellis. The dollar bill. Good for trading for real money or stuffing a mattress. Okay, this reminds me of that one quest in Fallout 3. You know the one. Why isn't there anything down here? Like, not that I'm complaining, but you'd think the ant mound would contain, you know, ants. Oh, there we go. Your Majesty? Fire ant queen pheromones. Okay, sucks to be this guy. Oh. Thanks for the lurk, Kiara. Well, I guess that's done. I'm sure there's a quest tied to this somehow, but Okay, the fiends. So yeah, the fiends are, for those not familiar with Fallout's lore, basically the faction of raiders that no one likes. Notice the factions of raiders that people like. Yeah, some factions. But basically, even other raiders don't like the fiends. Oh, is that? Okay, it's only a gecko. For a minute I thought that was a Deathclaw. Cool, and I leveled up. Let's see. Energy weapons will take to 50. Repair, we'll put some points in that. Sounds will bump up to 55. Speech. Okay. And, well. No perk this level. You've discovered Hunter's Farm. Okay, dead powder gangers. Nothing in here. Oh, there's a bed I can sleep in. Okay, they're all empty. Yeah, exactly, Blue. They're completely lost to cannibalism and chems. Basically, they're like the murder herbo faction. Oh, didn't mean to leave. We got anything else in here? Idiot, please stop standing in doorways, I beg of you. Okay, guess that's everything. Okay, onwards to Sloane. Huh, a lawnmower. Yeah. Death claws are not to be trifled with. Yeah, so that's, we're basically north of, the route we avoided by, not walking through the quarry. So yeah, we'll just avoid going that way. Oh, but we need to go that way if we want to get to Black Mountain. Wait, was I supposed to go to Sloane? From the south, or...
Trouble.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Let's not go to Sloane. It is a silly place. Let's instead head along the roads to the north. Exactly, we don't go there anymore. Silver Rush. Fully charged with extra charge. Okay, what have we got over here? Followers outpost. Followers of the apocalypse. Well, they're friendly at least. Hello.
Evening. I didn't know the Brotherhood had any people out here. I didn't know the Brotherhood had any people out here.
When people have got nothing left, they can always turn to the followers.
Medicine's running low again.
Okay.
There's so many refugees to care for.
Okay, I guess I won't get anything here until I've made friends with them or something. Is that an enemy? let's keep heading north. I see enemies. Okay, it doesn't have to be my enemy. Okay, is that Camp McLaren or somewhere else? Nope, it's somewhere else entirely.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Okay, I'm in the NCR zone. Okay, so north we've got Vault 34. Who wants to explore a vault? Camp Golf. Do they give people what for? Is that a lake? Oh, and a very nice lake it is too. You have discovered Lake Las Vegas. Oh, I should surface before I drown. You like that one, Nolis? Okay, golf carts. Some cool looking rocks. Nothing really interesting though. Oh hey, it's clean water though. Okay, I think I might end the stream when we get to like 9ish, which is about 3/4 of an hour from now, because obviously I've got work in the morning. Oh, I guess that ranger really didn't want to talk. Yeah, the game just straight up, it didn't even crash or anything, it just closed on me. You know, it's a very functional piece of software. Oh no, please don't point your gun at me. Okay. Well. Let's try that again. To be fair, there wasn't that much to see, so I guess we'll just head straight to Vault 34 and see what's there. I know it's on the map for some reason, but I can't remember what. Okay, your hair is very cool.
What you want, Holmes?
Know anything about your squad mates?
We don't talk too much, mostly. Poindexter's a smart-ass prick. Well, Hanrahan's a big pussy, ain't good for shit in a fight. And Mags? Well, Mags is cut out for something other than soldiering, you dig?
Sounds like a bunch of winners.
Whatever. Not like I need any of them. I do just fine on my own.
So what's your story?
Ain't much to tell. Grew up out west, in a boneyard. Heard of it? Yeah, not many people have. Wasn't really a good place for kids, you know? I joined up to get out. My family's still back there.
Oh yep, so the Boneyard was another location in the original Fallout games.
Shit, honey, it was this or the Fiends. The Fiends don't last too long in the NCR. At least this way the badasses with the top shelf guns are on my side.
Can you tell me anything about Camp Golf?
What do you want to know? Whole place used to be some kind of rich bastard resort back before the war. Now the Rangers use the old resort and we grunts get to live in tents. Fucking typical.
Oh yeah, this was in Cadwell Gervais's travel log of the Fallout locations. Like, this is still a real high-end resort. Like, it's members only, invitation only. So obviously he didn't have any footage from it.
Right.
Hey, glad to see you haven't gotten yourself killed yet.
Why is she talking like we've already met? Why'd you join the army?
I guess I wanted to make something of myself, you know? Be the best of the best. I wanted to be a ranger, but guess this is as close as I get.
How'd you end up assigned to Camp Golf?
Easy. This is where they send all the fuck-ups and people they don't want. But hey, it's not like I'm bitter or anything.
Sounds like you aren't too fond of your squad mates.
Yeah. I mean, no. They're okay people, but they don't care, you know? They don't have any ambition, no drive. They're slacking off, and that reflects badly on me.
This place doesn't seem so bad.
Please. Camp Golf is where they shuffle off anybody they don't want anymore. Assignment here is a career ender.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. I grew up in New Reno, joined up, took my shot at being a ranger, didn't make it, so I'm stuck with this crew of jokers.
How come you didn't make it into the Rangers?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe because I'm saddled with the worst damn unit in the NCR Army. Think that might have something to do with it? Sure. See you around.
Okay, these guys are jerks. But they're each other's jerks. And that's beautiful in a way. Harren?
Howdy, great to see you.
Why are you so afraid of fighting?
I ain't scared. I just don't like hurting folks is all. Ma always used to tell me, boy, you're the biggest and the strongest, so you mind yourself. Every day she told me that. Guess I done took it to heart.
Okay, I like this guy.
They're mostly pretty nice. Poindexter showed me how to make fireworks. Raz kind of scares me sometimes, but I don't mind. He's had a hard life.
Tell me a little more about yourself.
Well, I was born on a farm out in California. Weren't much. Me, Ma, and Pa, my 2 sisters, and about 40 acres of corn and Brahmin. Didn't ever have no problems, really, except for some lean years. Then I joined up and got shipped out here to New Vegas.
Okay, so it sounds like Poindexter might be worth speaking to in case he can give me some explosives. What do you think of Camp Golf?
Oh, it's a fine place. The lake is real pretty, and we don't get bothered much by them Legion fellers.
Not a very big lake, though. How'd you end up in the army?
Well, as it turns out, we had a string of bad harvests a few years back. Pa said he couldn't afford to feed but 3 youngins or we'd starve. As the biggest one, it was my job to go join the army so's my sisters could eat, and so's we wouldn't all be killed by raiders, and Jesus would love us. It's all right, I guess. I don't like all the fighting we gotta do, though. Toodaloo.
Okay, that's too nice, too nice. Whoa. Veronica.
Hey,
Ah.
I'm assuming you aren't associated with the Army or the Rangers. What can I do for you?
No, I'm not. You in charge around here?
In a strictly official capacity, no. However, as I am by far the most intelligent and resourceful figure on this base, I feel it's safe to say the soldiers here look up to me.
Okay, I take it back. I don't like this guy.
I suppose if you must stick with your narrow, parochial view of in charge, then yes, it's a no. Are we done?
Let's take the snarkier answer. I wonder if anyone else would share that sentiment.
Genius is seldom appreciated in its own time.
He reminds me of when I was 14 and I hate that. Tell me about yourself.
To what purpose? It's highly unlikely you'd understand anything I'd say. Suffice to say, I'm a certified genius, and when I'm discharged from this pit of testosterone and failure, I'll have all the money I could ever need.
Yep, this guy sucks no less. How'd a guy like you end up in the army?
It's a simple idea. The Army offers fiscal security and generous benefits at the cost of substantial personal risk, if you're on the front line. If you perform too poorly, they'll scrub you out. Perform too well, and you get sent to the front lines. All I have to do is ride that mediocrity gradient to a cushy, do-nothing job miles away from the war.
Okay, I kinda have to respect that at least. Guy's playing the game, not getting chewed up by the military-industrial complex.
I somehow suspect you'll be back to converse with me later.
You can suspect all you want, friend. Suspect all you... Okay, don't look at me like that.
Hello.
Okay, you know anyone else around here? Oh, welcome back, Kiara. How's it going? I found a rager who made my game crash.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, welcome aboard.
So yeah, about 15 minutes ago I spoke to this guy and it made my game crash.
Don't tell the troopers, but the grub here is way better than the mess tent.
Tracks.
When I got this assignment, I was hoping there'd be more gambling.
Okay, in we go. Kiara, you're tired and very queer. How am I? I too am tired and very queer. Nice painting. Let's see if we've got any sensors in here. Stealth boy, energy cells.
A veteran ranger inspires awe. Stick around for when they get here, you'll see. If I live to earn the black armor, I can die a happy woman. Controlling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Squad CG5542 Misfits. Rifle range report. Squad demonstrates consistently poor marksmanship and lacks basic firearm skill. Team coordination is minimal at best, and individual rivalries crop up frequently. Recommend further basic training and team building exercises. Final analysis: poor. Grenade range report. Squad has demonstrated an appalling lack of skill with regards to the basic explosive armaments of the NCR Army. It is, to speak frankly, a miracle they retain all their limbs. Extensive training with dummy rounds is highly recommended. Final analysis: poor. Range detachment Alpha. Access denied. Okay, no access, I guess. Infamy gained. I've lost karma. Okay, I'll load that then. Oh, hey Christy, how's it going? And yes, Nolas, haha, he's in the army and thinks he's going to retire. Anything good in here?
Evening.
Anyone in charge you can speak to?
Hey. Hey.
When you steal NCR equipment, tools and personal property, you are his bitch. Well then.
Hello. Hello.
Activate squad readiness reports terminal hard. Can I do this? Yeah, I need a science skill of 75 to hack that. I'm only at 55, so I can't even use a thing.
Hello. Hey.
Okay,
Evening.
no red text on this. Okay, button is 4 out of 6 correct. bitten. There we go. Lucky 38 executive override. Lucky 38 VIP access codes. I'm sure that'll come in handy when I get to the Lucky 38. Is this the Lucky 38 or...
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
So many utensils.
Hello?
Hey.
Pre-war business wear, +5 speech, I'll take that. Guess someone's been making moonshine. Broken terminal. Error, check power source unavailable, check all cords and plugs for connection. Chief Hanlon.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up. But it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you?
Okay, guess he's heard of me. Oh hey Lorcan, the colour palette of these Fallout games is very limited. Yeah. To be fair, New Vegas is a lot brighter than, say, Fallout 3. But, yeah. Very, I suppose you could say it's sort of like a burnt orange instead of just straight up brown. Do you ever stop talking?
I didn't realize you were in such a hurry. I get so used to sitting in this chair and listening to radio reports, sometimes I forget people are getting ready for war out there.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
Shoot.
Pew. Tell me about yourself.
Folks around here call me the chief, but Hanlon's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water.
Lorcan, maybe that's the colours of the apocalypse. No less the brown ages. Yeah, I'd think if anything the colour of the apocalypse would be green, because plants would start regrowing eventually, you know. Oh yeah, let's just... Yep, exactly. All rise for the Bisected Brioche national anthem. This evening's tea is a nice caffeine-free peppermint tea. Okay, how do you coordinate the intel?
It's a simple system when it works. Patrol rangers radio intel to ranger stations. Comm rangers send the intel up the station chain until it reaches Camp Golf. Then I or one of the other rangers on duty organize the data, evaluate it, and send information to camps or troopers in the field.
Why don't the ranger stations send intel directly to the troopers?
Comm rangers might have an incomplete picture of the situation. There's a lot going on out there. Intel needs to be coordinated through Golf so we can verify and advise appropriately. Troopers have enough to deal with. We don't want them questioning their intel.
No less. Funny that, all the grass in Fallout 4 is brown, and you're pretty sure the trees in it are dead. Yeah. I mean, you get the world was nuked, but you'd think some plant life would return after a few hundred years.
Shoot.
What do you know about Caesar?
The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the apocalypse.
Wait, what?
Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be. Except with books and medicine instead of guns.
Okay, I'd actually completely forgotten that Caesar used to be a follower of the apocalypse. Which is why, you know, Arcade Gannon, who we're going to meet shortly, I'm sure, isn't a fan of him, specifically. Where'd he go?
Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest.
I'm sure he won't come up. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's actually the subject of the second DLC, Honest Hearts, because the burnt man lives, as I'm sure you know. No, this doesn't look like winter either. No snow. Lorcan, which is not what we see around Chernobyl. Oh yeah, Chernobyl's basically got all the plant life regrowing, hasn't it? And at least some animals that have sort of learned to live with the radiation at least. Nonetheless, you guess the art directors and whatnot decided to look more post-apocalyptic if everything was dead regardless of realism. How did a follower wind up becoming Caesar?
Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until the Hoover Dam.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Honest Hearts has quite a bit of, you know, stuff about white man's burden, and I mean, it sort of tries to get around the sort of more unfortunate parts of that by trying to suggest the tribes are not actually yeah, basically it's kind of clumsy in places, so that just that's a bit of warning in advance. But first we're going to be slogging through dead money. What happened to Graham after the Hoover Dam?
Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went.
So that was the end of Graham? He won't show up in any DLCs, say?
It's not that clear cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
Are the Blackfoots part of the Legion?
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe, they get swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is their chief, father, and god, all rolled into one.
And for those who aren't aware, that is the basic structure of fascism. Everyone obeys the leader and their loyalties to no one else. Ooh, and my copy of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake's been dispatched. Heck yeah. I'm actually kind of wondering if I just want to play that myself or if I should stream it.
Shoot.
How's the NCR doing?
It's no secret we've had better campaigns. Holding this whole length of river isn't easy. We're stretched thin and the long 15 just keeps getting longer. Slow to get supplies, slower to get reinforcements. NCR's Senate has got funds tied up at the Boneyard. And President Kimball ordered our most experienced rangers to chase ghosts down at Baja.
Why are funds tied up at the Boneyard?
Senate elections are coming up. Local representatives don't want to push any more funding to the Mojave campaign because it's unpopular. Most of the folks around the Boneyard haven't been to New Vegas and probably never will. All they know is that their money gets sucked away to this desert and their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters die here.
What's going on in Baja?
It's complicated. Goes way back. I told President Kimball that we need more rangers here. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol rangers are good men and women, but we're about to fight a war.
What about the troopers?
You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even have proper service rifles or armor. Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR territory protecting the interests of Brahmin barons against small-time raiders. Brahmin barons only have one vote at the ballot box, but they have a lot of money to throw around. Shoot.
What's the Legion been up to?
Not too long ago, they took Nelson and Searchlight. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado, and the monstrosity on the hill across the lake, that's for Caesar. Some folks don't believe he's here yet, but you can tell. He's the eye of the storm. It all roils and spins around him. You don't have to see the man to see the effect he has.
Tell me about Nelson.
Nelson was barely set up. We had a big stretch of unprotected land between Forlorn Hope and Searchlight, and Nelson was the solution. A Decanus named Dead Sea took the place and caused a lot of damage.
What happened at Searchlight?
Searchlight was worse. One of Caesar's Frumentari must have found something in there. Flooded the whole camp with radiation.
Oh yeah, I remember we found that and we're basically told to stay out because it's been nuked. I suppose we can go in when we've got some proper well, I suppose I have powered armor now, but...
Shoot.
Tell me about the Rangers.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time, but at my age I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
Have any good stories to tell?
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers.
Speech 50. There must be something good the Rangers have done that you're proud of.
It's kind of a long one, but all right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail.
Continue.
Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with 308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit.
Jeez.
They had planted an NCR flag over the well, and they would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 Rangers on the way out. 10 Rangers, 5 men with 308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good.
Okay, was that one bit of good? Because it sounds like they were jerks. So what happened at Hoover Dam in Boulder City?
In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks. Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book. But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening.
Here's where we find out what happened.
We'd packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham. Adios.
Okay. Cool story.
Evening.
See you around.
Okay, I don't think there's much else in here, so... Okay, just shiny bottles. Oh yeah, I was gonna head to Vault 34. So yeah, I guess I'll wander over to Vault 34 and then I'll call the stream there. Okay, there are any more rats. In your face, Sky Coyote. Actually, no, I think that was a terrestrial coyote. Oh well. Giant man of Earth. Okay, something silly. Ow. Oh. So, fun fact, naked mole rats are actually, mammals that have evolved to act like eusocial insects. EDE is unconscious. about EDE? Where is EDE? Okay, that's a lot of radiation.
For the Brotherhood.
Sorry, Veronica. Blue, the reason naked mole rats are so prevalent in this game and relatively normal looking is that real life mole rats are now immune to cancer. Yep, or as one Tumblr post put it, naked mole rats are mammals that evolved into new social insects and somehow unlocked immortality. Hey, dear. Glad you're okay. Yeah, we've gotten sidetracked. Let's get back to Vault 34. So it's supposed to be around here somewhere. Something sensed us. Okay. Problem solved. Now, where's the vault? Here we are. Vault 34. There's lots of radiation in here. I think I heard a ghoul. Yeah, I said I'd finish at 9, so... Oh, lots of radiation, lots of... Lots of radiation. Maybe I shouldn't be around here. take some Rad-X. Yep, they're all ghouls. Oh yeah, it's gonna have quite a bit of bonk. Okay, we'll get back to this tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Monday. Because it is getting late. And we'll find someone to raid. So yeah, I hope you've had a good stream today. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this stream today. Sorry if I've been seeming a bit fatigued. Well, not fatigued, a bit distracted. A lot going on right now. Tomorrow I'll be on Nick's chat. Yeah, sorry, I'll be on Nick's channel tomorrow for some D&D. And, well, Nick's streaming How to Escape with his wife. He's streaming Dino Crisis. Anyone else on? Blue, you have raid recommendations if I don't have anyone? Yeah, I've got plenty of people, it looks like. Is there anyone else? You know, I've raided Icky a lot. Let's raid Nick. So Nick's channel, of course, is where I'll be tomorrow. Come see my druid die horribly. It's the milestone quest, so... yeah, basically, it's a sort of a West Marches style campaign. So there's a large pool of players and GMs. At the moment, the level cap is level 4. On completing the milestone quest, everyone automatically levels up to level 5 and will be able to get up to level 10. Unlocking all sorts of neat things. And yeah, it's going to be a long sea voyage. I do actually have a idea of what's at the end of it because of some research, but can't bring that up. So yeah, I'll follow the usual socials for news about my Karlak cosplay. Hopefully I'll have something to, you know, some of the wig completed by the end of the week. Maybe some gloves. Either way, I'll be wearing it on what I've got so far on Monday. Pretty much rambling. I really need to pee, so we're going to raise in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, and everyone watching the VOD on YouTube, you're still my favourites.